Good morning, everyone. How are you this fine Tuesday morning? Sorry, I've got an itchy nose already. Hope you're well and the weather's better with you, look, than it is with me. It's pretty horrible out there. I think it was raining first thing this morning. It's perked up a bit now, but it's still like really cloudy and not very warm. But hey, Chloe, good morning. But hey, we have crafting, so who cares about the weather when we're crafting? Hope you're good. I hope you're all well. I think I've got a hair in my face, which is making my nose itch. Anyway, I was really excited to do coffee and cards this morning. I was really looking forward to it. And I'm bringing you a stamp set that I haven't used very much at all since I ordered it on the pre-order. So can't wait to share that with you. Morning, Maureen. How are you? I'm not quite sure why it's telling me bring them on camera and wave. I'm getting these weird notifications. I don't know what that means. Facebook is a bit strange. I don't know. Let me have a look. Oh, something weird's going on with my live producer. I think it's a new update. I'm just going to come off it because honestly, that's not what I'm doing. Ladies, can you tell me if I'm live? It says it's waiting. It's odd. I've not done this before. Hold on. Something weird's going on here. I'm going to come out of that. Can you give me a thumbs up if it's all going to plan? Or a heart or something, because it's all very strange this morning. Right, let's go back into my page and refresh that and see what it's doing. Because if not, I might just come out of it and come back in again, because there's obviously been an update since I was on Thursday. No, I am live in the right place. It says I'm live, so that's okay. It's just something a little weird. Not sure what's going on there. Okay. Oh, I got thumbs up. Excellent. I think there's been an update which is giving you all these options that you can do, and I hadn't expected that at all. Okay, so hi Claire, good morning. I'm glad I'm live and all in the right place. Hello, Mum. I got all these options under everybody's name to bring you on camera. So, not sure that you want to come on camera. Hello, Hilary. How are you? Hope you're well. So, I washed my hair this morning, but I haven't dried it, and it's all a bit curly. It goes all curly when I don't dry it, and it's, yeah. So we just ignore the hair. Look, it's all a bit wavy. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm going to play with you this morning. Play this morning with this stamp set. It's called, I know it's backwards for you, it's called Jar of Flowers, and it's beautiful. I'm in love with this. It's one of the first things I saw in the new catalogue and popped on my pre-order straight away, but I've just been so distracted by so many other goodies that I haven't really used it yet. So I've got Jar of Flowers, and see those little jar images and the flowers on it. Then there's a punch to match, so you can punch it out and do all sorts of fun things. So I'm going to turn the camera over now and get started and do a couple of coffee and cards. Good morning, Mum. Hope you're all right. My lovely mum made us some face masks and put them in the post, and we got them yesterday. They're amazing. I love mine. She's made me one with Tinkerbell on the front. Love it. It's brilliant. So I'm going to turn my mask. I did sleep enough last night. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to crack on. Here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. So I've got the jar of flowers. That's a bit of a harsh light, isn't it? Let me move that like that. Got my dirty chamois. Pop you in here. There we go. Let's see what you can see. That's it. Okay, there's the punch. All right. Okay, I think we can see fine. So yeah, we're going to use the jar of flowers with all these beautiful flower images. We're going to use some of that. And for a sentiment, I've got this lovely stamp set that's in the new catalogue too. And it's really nice, really kind of peaceful stamp set. It's called Comfort and Hope. And it's got the Comfort and Hope stamp. And it's got these lovely background images here. These are little tiny sequins. It's got this nice kind of, it looks like the metallic thread that I like to use. It's got a nice little pine ferny thing, a little I don't know, scallop or cloud. And it says, comfort and hope, sending you a paper hug. I love this. Sometimes there are no words, or know that I love and care about you. I think it's a lovely set. So I'm going to use some words from that one. Right, okay, let's move it out of the way and we'll crack on. So I hope you've all got your coffee. How are you? Are you all right? Let me know. And what you've been up to since I saw you last. I know some of you have been creating and crafting. I've been getting cards through the post. I have. I've been getting some lovely cards, and I haven't got them in my craft room. They're in my living room. I like to have them there to start with, and then I put them all on a shelf in my craft room. So I am going to start with getting my card out that I've already prepped ready. So I have got Petal Pink. So I went for Petal Pink A4, scored in half and cut in half at my usual measurements of score at 10.5 there and cut at 14.9 for a simple card. You've got your coffee, brilliant, well done. I've got a piece to go inside to write on, and that's half a centimetre smaller, so that's 14.3 by 10. And then I have got some panels to stamp on, a panel to stamp on of Whisper White. And I've got one that's slightly bigger to layer. And I'll tell you the measurement for this Whisper White piece if you wanted to reproduce this card. This Whisper White piece is 8 centimetres by 10.5. And then this one is just half a centimetre smaller, so that's 8.5 by 11. So it would just fit on there, like that one. But we're just going to stamp on this to begin with, so I'll move this one out of the way. Okay, this is where the fun starts. I also need a scrap piece of Whisper White, which I've got here. You can see where I've been punching out them already. So here we go. This is the fun bit. Now, I've picked some flowers already from the stamp set. Let's have a look which one I picked this time. So we've got, they look like sunflowers. They look kind of like tulips. I'm not quite sure what these are. Maybe some of you could tell me, but they're really beautiful. And then I've got these. I'm not sure if these are roses or dog roses, but they can really be any flower. And I'm going to use this one to start with, this one here. It's really pretty. Okay, so I've got that, and I'm going to stamp my image straight onto my cardstock. And I'm making this a really simple card today, so you don't need any extra bits. You don't need your die cutting machine. You don't need dies. I haven't used an embossing folder. I haven't used anything extra. I just wanted to use the stamp, and the punch to show you what you can do with it to start out. So I'm going to ink the flower image up in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. This is a great ink to use the alcohol blend pens that we're going to use to colour it in with, because it doesn't smudge the black. And I'm just going to stamp it on my layer here without getting my head in the image. I could have done with a little foam pad underneath, to be fair. Don't even know where my foam pad is. I don't use it very often. Must be around here somewhere. Oh, it's stuck so hard. I pressed so hard. Hi, Sylvia. I'm just glad you're here. Good morning. So yeah, there is my flower. Look, you can see where it got stuck to the stamp and it didn't quite stamp there, but it's not going to show when I colour it in. So I'm going to pop this one here to the side. I'm going to colour in my image. So I've got a few colours that I've gone with. I've got Petal Pink, light and dark, to go with the cardstock that we chose. I've got some Old Olive for the leaves, and then I've got a bit of a darker pink and Calypso Coral for some of the other flower. And I'm just going to quickly colour it in. And you know me, I'm not very accurate with my colouring. I don't fuss over it too much. I just go for it. So don't worry about any of it. So I'm adding a little bit of the darker blend colour at the base of the petals, where I think it would be more deep. The colour would be a little bit more intense there, I think, or in the middle, maybe. You're all very quiet. Jan, I loved your strippy card, your strippy cards. They're amazing. And Margaret, you sent me a picture of your your scrappy strip technique card. Was well impressed with those. Really good. Love it. Hi Joe, how are you? So if you haven't tried the scrappy, no, I'm going to say it right in a minute, the scrappy strip technique, have a go. You can use up all your scraps of card or pattern paper or whatever you like to make it, and it's really fun and simple, and you come up with a really effective looking card. I love it. So I had a go, and I think that might have been a Thursday live one, and then I got sent, some of you ladies made some. Jan, you made a fantastic Christmas coloured one. It was really effective. And Margaret, I think it was Margaret, I believe, made some using pattern papers, and she sent me the photos of those. Really brilliant. I've popped them in the VIP customer group. So have a look at those. And also, I think under that Facebook Live, you can find it on YouTube and on my YouTube channel. You can see where I got the idea from, because it came from Bruno Bertucci. He did it, so I've linked him in there so you can see his. But tons of people have been making these cards. They're so much fun. You got a bit of a headache, Joe. Did I read that in your post this morning? I was half awake. I think I did. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure if I did. It is. The weather is a bit oppressive, isn't it? Hopefully it'll clear. It's going to get showery. And then maybe your headache will go. I'm just going to put a little bit more dark pink in the bottom of there. Joe, your sunflower cards were just brilliant. Remind us again which charity is benefiting from them. The Forget Me Not. Remind us again. Right, a bit of old olive. Nothing fancy here, I'm just colouring it in. You could take a lot more time if you wanted than I am. I didn't want to Blue Peter it, I wanted to show you it's stamped. So just be careful, because it does come through the other side that you have something to protect your work surface. I always use my grid paper or a bit of scrappy paper. Okay, and then I've got, oh God, this is on hard. This one is Calypso Coral Light, and I'm just using it as an alternative pink to make these ones pop. Such a beautiful flower stamp, this. I've seen such a lot of samples made using this stamp set. There are so many of them. It's quite a versatile one. Love it. So that's that. So I think that'll do for those. Let's move those pens out of the way. And this is the fun bit now. Oh, my itchy nose. Does it mean something? Oh, something I failed to mention was some of these stamps in the set are actually reversible. Good morning, Carol. So you can see here, this is the stamp set here. Oh, and the other thing I need to mention is the images on the front are not full size. Okay, so they are larger than this, and it tells you on the front of the stamp set, and it says these images are 75% the size of what they actually are. So you can see that this jar, this mason jar, is quite a bit larger than the image on the front. And there are a couple of stamps in here. Is it the ones I've taken out? Yeah, where's the other bit? Here. So they come separately to the flowers, and it's the jars and this rope twine. So this jar and this jar, they've got little script lines in. Sorry, I'm not being very explanatory, but I will when I stamp it. And they're reversible, so you can either have it with the lines and these kind of like draw lines, or you can have it solid if you turn it over. So they're reversible, which is quite useful. Oh no, you're not late. I'm so glad to have you. Joe, this is called Jar of Flowers, and it's beautiful, and it goes alongside this jar punch. And I'm just having fun with the basics bundle this morning, but I am planning to do some shaker cards with it soon. So I am going to stamp out my jar. Right, here we go. Good morning, Ruth. So I'm just going to stamp the mason jar in black, like that. Okay. I'm going to put the lid on. And then I've got a blue. I quite like Balm Seaside Spray for this, so I'm going to use that. Sometimes I like Pool Party. I'm just literally going to stamp on the jar and make the water. So I could have like a small jar with aligned images here. They're raised. Or if I turn it over, which I'm going to do now, I'm going to use it to... sorry, I'm looking for something. I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to use it to make the water. But I think it might be a bit dark. So I think I'm going to stamp it off. And then stamp it. So I'm just going to line it up to make my water line like that. Simple. Simple yet effective. So pop that on there. Move that one out of the way. Okay. So another fun bit, we're going to punch it out. So I've got my jar punch. And just as usual, line it right up, punch it out. There we go, there's our jar. While I'm here, I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do next time I use this set. I've got the mason jar shaker domes, and I'll show you, these are amazing. So these are for making, well, you can make a shaker card with these. So they're little plastic jar domes. And so what you would do is you would punch out your jar and then you would pop that in, and this bit is self-adhesive along here. So it would stick on, and it's self-adhesive along the back as well. And then you would stick it onto your card with your jar behind, and you can make a shaker card, which I will be doing at some point, not this morning, but I will show you that. How cool is that though? So I just wanted to show you those. Let's move those domes out of the way. They fit, they come with the for the punch. Brilliant. Okay. So here we are. We've got our Whisper White and we've got our jar with our water in it. And next thing is I'd like a bit of ribbon. So I'm going to tie some ribbon around the neck of my jar. So I've got some of the old olive and I'm going to pop that on there because it matches our cardstock and it matches our leaves. And I've got a little bit of washi tape. It's very cool, isn't it, Joe? It is very cool. I'm going to be having some fun with these shaker cards. I feel it might be Thursday evening, maybe shaker card night. Make a lovely fun birthday card, wouldn't it? I'm just going to take a length off a very tiny bit. Fun cards, I like a bit of fun. And I'm just using a bit of washi tape to secure it on the back. So instead of glue, I do like a bit of tape. Sorry, the dog's walking around my craft room. But if I don't have him in here, he bashes the door down to come and join us. So you might hear his little feet padding about. Okay, so bit of washi tape. Right, and then I'm just going to take another tiny bit of the ribbon and tie a little knot in that. Oh yes, so the other thing I need to tell you is today is the very last day of our joining offer. Yes, Today is the very 30th of June. It finishes tonight, 10:30. So the joining offers are amazing. You get loads of freebies and you get a free bundle of your choice as well. And some of the bundles are amazing. So you'd be getting a lot of value for money. It's a no-brainer in my book. Right, I'm just going to cut some of these ends off to make them short. Little knot for my kind of bow. Let's move that one out of the way. So there he is. I'm going to pop him on here. Like that. I'm just going to glue it on, I think. I'm not going to raise it up. Oops, I've got my multi-purpose glue. Oh, got blocked while I was talking. Why does that happen? There we go. Oops. Plenty of glue on. Let's not worry. Just pop it on. There we go. Bring it down a bit, actually. There it is. Done. Oh, I haven't stamped my stalks. Wonder if I should bother this time. Let's have a think about that. So I've got a block, the stamp set. So in the stamp set are these stalks, and I should have stamped them before I put the bow on. Let's have a go. Make sure they're the right way up. I'll have a go and hope you'll forgive me if it goes a bit pear-shaped. Just try that Stampin'. I'm not sure if I've got it on the block very well. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. Might have to get my head in. Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, happy with that. All was not lost. You definitely need your stalks in there. Right, let's grab our green piece and pop that on there as well. And pop that in there, slide that on. So I've got that bit done. And then I'm going to grab the card base. Now, let's pop that bit out of the way and my middle. I'm going to do some stamping on my card base too. Oh, I'm glad you like this, Jo. It's a really pretty set. I can't believe I've kind of not really played with it very much. I got slightly obsessed with sunflowers and I still am, but I love this as well. I thought I need to get it out and play with it. I'm just going to take my chamois, look at the state of it, that was my new one, and clean this. You like it? Do you like the different types of flowers in it? I like that. Okay, so I've got my petal pink cardstock. Let's just see what I've done with my scrappy paper. I'll grab a new bit of scrappy paper. Sorry, Alfie. Am I treading on you? Oh. Took Alfie up the woods yesterday. Did I get the whole suite? Let me show you the whole suite. That's a very good question, Carol. I did not get the whole suite. I'm quite, I know what I like. So on page 12, this is our new catalogue. Let me move the ink out of the way. Pretty sure it's page 12. Yeah, here we are. Here's the whole thing. So here is the stamp set here. So you can see a little bit better there, and some samples at the top that people have made with it. And there's a shaker card. In fact, I think she's put potpourri or seeds in there as a gift, which is quite interesting. So I got the suite. I got the bundle. And this comes as part of the Flowers for Every Season suite. So the Flowers for Every Season suite is a mega suite, and it's got the sunflower bundle in it. It's got the jar of flowers bundle in it. So it's got 2 stamp bundles in it. It has got all the DSP in it. It's got, what else has it got in it? I think it's got some Stampin' Blend markers in it. It's got ribbon, the combo ribbon, which is stunning. Where is that? On here. Page 161, I'll have a look at that. It's got the Memories and More cards, which are gorgeous. It's got the mason jar shaker domes. It's got so much in it. It's like, it's madness. It's got the whole lot in it. So when I did for my pre-order, I knew I wanted the sunflowers. I knew I wanted the bundle that I'm using this morning, the jar one. I knew I wanted the shaker domes to make shaker cards with, and I think I stopped there. And I wasn't hugely a fan of the designer series paper at all. It didn't do anything for me. Guess what I really wish I'd ordered and is on my order now? The paper. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know what I was thinking. It's really stunning. So I'm waiting for that to come because I need to use that. Love this. And the ribbon as well. So I've pretty much... Is there anything I've missed off? I think there's some gems. That might be the only thing that I haven't ended up ordering in the end, which is typical of me because, yeah, you know what it's like. You know what you like and know what you don't think you need. And then actually, yeah, it turns out you do need. So there's this tale of my pre-order. But those papers are nice. They're really a lot nicer in the flesh. The paper is lovely. I know, what was I thinking? So I am going to do some tone-on-tone stamping with the same stamp that we've used already. No, they're on my... Yeah, you've got the papers, haven't you? They're absolutely beautiful. And there's some really lovely colours in there. Right, I don't know if you can see this, so I'll move it up in shot a bit. I'm just stamping some tone-on-tone to make a background on our card base. And I'm just stamping kind of to fill in the space. There's no skill, there's no matching anything up, or I'm just making sure that I fill it all in. I could have made the background look a little bit more interesting by using the DSP. I could have used an embossing folder. But since I don't have the DSP yet, and I wanted to keep it to not using the big shot, just the stamp bundle, I had to go with this, and I rather like it. It doesn't have to be all over because you will be covering up some of it. So just kind of match it where you can and just work out where you need it to be visible. All the new colours, that's right. All the new colours. Loving all the new colours this year. Do you know, it's funny because we have a set of new colours every year, and there's usually sort of 1 out of the 5 that I'm kind of like, yeah, that's all right, or no, don't like that one so much. This year, I love all of the colours. They're all really pleasant, nice ones. So there you go. I've made a background, a flowery background for our card base to give it a little bit more interest there. I'm going to glue it down. I'm not going to pop it up. If I can get it to flow. Morning, Maria. Hope you're well. So a little bit of Tombow, not too much of that. Put that on there. And then we're going to have a bit of fun with our sentiment. I've already decided what sentiment I'm going to use out of the comfort and hope, and I really like this sending you a paper hug. Now this could be would be lovely as a birthday card or a get well card or any kind of celebration card, anything. So this stamp set doesn't have sentiments with it, it's all the flowers. So you can go in your stash and get your birthday sentiment or whatever it is out and make whatever kind of card that you like. Was that stuck straight? Yeah, I think that's not bad. Yeah. And but I thought I'm just going to use a generic sending you a paper hug so I can pop it in the post to somebody I want to cheer up. So I've got a scrap of Whisper White. I'm going to take my old olive because the old olive is going to pop a little bit more than the petal pink I find on this background. Just stamp it out, sending you a paper hug. I'm actually going to sit down and fussy cut out my, I do like a little bit of, I don't know why we call it fussy cutting because I quite like it. I'm just going to cut out my sentiment, and you can just cut it out the same way. You can use a punch if you like, just cut it into a little rectangle, or a die if you like to do that. There we go. Cut some of that off, it makes it easier to trim around. So what have you all been doing? Nobody's told me what you've been up to. I'm on leave this week. It's absolutely lovely. So I don't have to go off to work tomorrow. It's a real treat. I can just play with paper and cards to my heart's content instead. And why wouldn't I? Love it. But a few people I spoke to said, oh, I'm on leave, so I won't be around next week. And they're like, oh, are you going anywhere? And then as soon as they say it, they're like, oh, yeah, no, of course you're not. No. Going to the bottom of the garden. That's where I'm going. Okay. So let's move that. Sending you a paper hug. And I'm actually going to pop it up on a dimensional. I might just cut it in half. Don't know if you can see it now because I've sat down, so I'm hoping you can see everything. Can't see your comments, which is probably why I'm, oh, here they are. Oh, Kathy, good morning, Kathy. The paper hug, oh, see, I couldn't see your comments stood up. So the paper hug is a great one. It's from the Comfort and Hope stamp set, Joe. Really lovely. Oh. Thanks, Carol, for saying where it's from, because that's really handy. There we go. Just put two halves on. I can't wait to make a shaker card. I'm getting excited already. Sending you a paper hug. Just there like that. Lovely. And I've got a few gemstones to give it a little bit of a bling. We all like a bit of bling. Oh, I'm missing Lucy this morning. She loves it when I get a bit of bling out. Hopefully she'll catch it up and like my bling. So let's have a couple of rhinestones on this one. Using my handy dandy take a pic tool. There we are. Now, I have decided already not to stamp anything inside my card. There's a reason for that. Because it's sending you a paper hug, it's kind of like just a note. And so I could write a little letter in there to whoever the recipient's going to be. And so therefore I might stamp something when I go to send it. So I'm not going to stick down my Whisper White panel. I'm going to keep it ready. So I tend to stamp before I stick, because if I stamp and it goes a bit wrong, there's always another side. But if I stamp and it's already stuck in, it's very difficult to get it, you know, to rectify the mistake. So I'm going to leave it like that. I like it. I hope you like it. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make another one with some different colours. So here we go. So I'm going to put that one to the side. Right, I've got some different colours. I have got some Highland Heather. Okay, and I have got a Whisper White panel, again the same size for inside. And I've got a Whisper White panel, same. Oh, I cut that one too big. Look, you can see. I cut it too big. Let's use this one, and I'll cut that one down in a minute. Yeah, that's the right size. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to use now, I'm going to go for the sunflowers. Sunflowers. Now, I've got my jar that I've already done. I've actually, somewhere, I've got some sunflowers that I already cut up. Let me show you if I can find them. I've got them all ready. But you know, it might have gone into that safe place again. How did I put them back in the case? So what I've been doing, I'll show you, is I've been stamping them out and fussy cutting the flowers. I'll stand up again so I can see what you can see. So that's similar to what we've just done. Here's some tulip ones. Oh, I'm glad you like them. And then somewhere I have stamped out the sunflower and put it ready to show you. But when I work, I tend to move everything around, which is not handy. It'll turn up in a minute, won't it? It's not under my laptop. Okay, I think we're going to have to restamp those. I just didn't want to bore you. Okay, we will do it again. Not a big deal, but I don't think I'll fussy cut them out, because that could take a while, and I think you might be well bored by the time I finished. So strange. This happens to me every week, I think. Right, let's take this one off this block and pop on the sunflowers. Just bringing you back up on my computer. Okay, so I've got my sunflowers on. I'm going to put this one to the side here. And we're going to go for it. Black ink. I don't know where I put those sunflowers. As soon as I finish, you know what will happen? There they'll be. So I'm going to put them here. Oh, beautiful image that is. So crisp. Right, okay. I'm going to colour them in quickly so I don't keep you too long. I've got some pumpkin pie, some So Saffron, and this is dark Highland Heather, which is a similar colour to the cardstock that I've got. So I'm just going to go in the middle. Like that. Just like that. I might need a different colour for the centres of my sunflowers. I might need to grab one. Just go around it a little bit like that. See if I can blend this out now. So I'm still watching the Gilmore Girls. It's taken me a long time. There's a lot of episodes. Very squeaky noise. Sorry about that, ladies. But we're getting there. Now, let's see if I can find light pumpkin pie to blend. Yeah, kind of get rid of any harsh lines that there are. Well, I'm super excited, ladies, because I've seen the Christmas catalogue. I know some of you have as well. And I know us crafters like to get ahead at Christmas. Some of it is just so pretty. A lot of it is just so pretty. So we can, demonstrators, that's one other perk of joining up this month, is from early July, we can pre-order. We can order anything we like from it. I'm quite excited because I'm a bit of a Christmas fiend. I always forget how much I love Christmas and how much I love the whole Christmas crafty thing. Oh, that's dark crumb cake. I think that's a bit too dark. I'm looking for light. Ivory, grey. Why is it never the one you want? Let me bring them in. I've got glue in there. Sometimes I take this off with me, this tub, to sit and colour in places. Light, that's what I want. I think I need that one for the middle. The junior maths challenge. Hello, Lucy. That's all right. I'm glad you're here. How lovely. Yes. It won't be long and they'll break up and we can have a rest from homeschooling. No, we're all looking forward to that. I tell you, I'm not a teacher for a reason. School teacher anyway. Okay, so that's the middles. I just need a little bit of brown in the middle there. Mr. Petal. And then, I can't remember when I made the last one, what I used for, still can't find it, what I used for these, but I'm pretty sure I used the Highland Heather down here, so I'll just go for that. There's not a lot of it to colour in, so. Yep. And then I'll come back with the old olive. So this is another one of these little stamped images that you could sit of an evening in front of your TV box set or TV program that you like. Just do some therapeutic colouring in, and then you've got loads of card pieces made. Send some greetings cards out to people you want to. Quite fun to do that. There we are. I think that's it. Yes, hooray. So yeah, I'm not going to sit and fussy cut that out like I did with these. Although it does look really effective. I don't want to put you through all that. So I've done it straight onto my layer. So you can see that it goes through. So always have your surface protected. And I've already cut and punched this one out, stamped and punched this one out. I just need to do my blue water and my stems. I think I'll do my stems first this time. So another bit of old olive. Very useful colour. And just stamp that on. So you've got all your stems like that. And then I'm using the reverse of the jar, the smaller jar, so I don't have lines, to do some seaside spray. Whichever colour blue you want, really, doesn't really matter. This was probably a little darker, so I'll take some off. Put that on there. There we are. Just gives that watery image like that. You can see that. It's in its water. Colouring is super therapeutic. Yes, good luck, James, with your math challenge, definitely. It's not my forte, I have to say. So that was going to go on there. And I have got a Highland Heather card base that I'm going to pop it on to. I know what maths I have to do for work and all of those kind of maths. But as soon as you get me trying to help Jacob with his homework and working things out in their own particular school way, I'm like, oh no, no, please don't put me through this again. I hate it. And yet we expect them to do it, don't we? Right. Pop that on the front. Jim's the maths one in our house, so I do tend to hand it over to him when I get completely stuck, and Google is not my friend sometimes. Google is usually my friend, just not always. Right, there we are. And I'm going to put some ribbon on. So I've decided to change the colour and go with some of the lovely new honeybee ribbon. It's really pretty. Bumblebee it's called. And I'm gonna do it in exactly the same way as I did the last one. So just make sure you've got enough. Chop it off. I think I slightly misstamped that jar. Look, I'm just gonna trim the top. There you are. Nobody would never know. Oi! Don't you walk out the window. That's not very polite. The dog can see somebody walking by and he's thinking, it's my house. And I don't want him to frighten your dogs, Joe. He barked really loudly doing the same thing on Thursday and startled Joe's dog. Oops, let's do that down there. It might be a bit easier. Around it goes. You don't have to put anything on your jar. I just quite like the idea of popping some ribbon around it. You could put some twine around it. That would look really nice and rustic, wouldn't it? But I just like the idea of putting something on there. Like a mason jar with your bunch of wildflowers that you picked on your walk. And then you tie something around the top to make it look pretty. Quite like that. So I've got lots of walking to do today. Because I haven't been out really yet. Hi Julia, hope you're okay. Right, sit down. Just a neighbour going for a walk. Honestly, he's a naughty boy. Don't you show yourself up. The ladies won't have you back. No. No. Alfie. He's a silly boy, isn't he? You'll be banned from coffee and cards, you will. There you are. I've pulled the ends, so I'll give them a little trim. Nice to see you, Julia. Hope you're well. That way. Give this one a little trim. That way. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue it down. So, jars of flowers, so pretty. Love it. Love it. Now, what colour am I going to stamp? I might actually get, see how daffodil is. Yes, you silly doggy. Deciding on a colour. I think I'm going to go for daffodil. Interestingly, I was pulling out some of my yellow cardstock just now because I was deciding what... oh, you can watch when you're at work. Brilliant, Julia. Sneaky, nobody will know. Honestly, I won't tell. It's just between you and me. Good. I was deciding what colour card base to use for this card. And so I was pulling out all the different yellows and I had out crushed curry and so saffron and something else and mango melody, and I couldn't remember. I was like, I think this is Daffodil Delight, and it was so close I couldn't work it out until you see them together. So if you see them together, look, these are very different, that mango melody and Daffodil Delight, and then you have so saffron here. Can you see they are quite different yellows? This is a really handy thing. I make these colour samplers with all our colours in, and I just make them as special gifts for team members, for my new team members. So I'm going to be sending those out shortly, but they're really useful because you can see, and there's bumblebees, see, so they look kind of all the same, but they're actually very different, those yellows. So that's another little perk, grabbing a colour sampler off me, of joining my team. It's got all the colours in it. So I'm going to try it in daffodil, and I'm still going to use sending a paper hug. So I'm going to clean my stamp. Hi Val. I'm not sure if you like Val or Valerie, but good morning. Hope you're all right. I love that you're working and watching, Julia. Right, sending a paper hug. Yeah, I think that works like that. It's either going to be that or Gorgeous Grape. No, it's not Gorgeous Grape, it's Highland Heather. That or Highland Heather. So let's have a look at it in Highland Heather. And then we'll decide You guys can help me decide whether we use for our sentiment. Are we going to use Highland Heather or Daffodil Delight? Tell me which one you like. Oh, I'm glad. Thanks, Val. Less working and more watching. Sounds like a plan. So I quite like the yellow. I quite like the daffodil. I quite like the Highland Heather. Which one shall I use? And I'm going to cut it out, pop it on. You tell me which you like. Highland Heather. Highland Heather. That's it. We're going to go for Highland Heather then. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kathy. Highland Heather it is. Right, I'm going to cut it out like I did before. I might just be a little bit quicker if I can. Heather it is. Heather's being popular today. She's a popular girl. I think that was unanimous. Oh, now I'm starting to think about lunch. Eggs, I think. There are some silver linings to lockdown. My husband has been working from home ever since the middle of March. So we tend to try and, well, it depends on his work schedule because he has a really very busy one, but sometimes we try and get lunch at the same time, which is really nice. Right. And the boys, honestly, they just kind of appear when they're hungry. Hi, Halsey. Hope you're well. I haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're all right. There we are. Sending you a paper hug. All I've done is cut around the letters. It's not particularly, you know, but it works. And I think it looks okay. So we'll grab a couple of those or one of those and we'll chop it in half again. On the back. I think I'm going to be making lots more of these cards this week. Oh, you're liking the sunflowers. Yeah, watch again from the start, Valerie. Read another one. Oh, walking's important. I've been doing a lot of that. It's so nice to get out, isn't it, in this time of the year? Especially when we can't go anywhere else. You're right, ladies. You're so right about that popping like that, sending you a paper hug. It looks so nice. Oops. Don't have it at the bottom this time. No, I'm going to overlap it. I like it like that. Sending you a paper hug, and we'll pop a few rhinestones on and be done. Be almost done. Ooh, I did that. Oh, there it is. It's escaping. So I hope you love this jar of flowers set. It was one of the first things I was drawn to be fair. I really, really like it. Let me have a look at this insert. I'm going to make sure it's ready to go. 10 centimetres. See what I did with it. Oh no, that is the right size. I wonder if my card is the wrong size. Yeah, I think it is. It's just slightly too big. Let's just take a bit off the bottom. That's better. Sorted. So I'm going to do the same as I did with the other one. I am going to leave that and decide what I'm going to put inside. It's going to be a hello, hope you're well, and I'm thinking of you type card. So I'm not going to write in there just yet or stamp in there just yet. So these were the two that I've done using the flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? Love them. And then I had done a little bit of other colouring in before, and I just fussy cut around those so you could kind of change it up and pop your flowers on like that, which is what I had intended to do with the sunflowers I'd pre-done. But there we are. This is the stamp set, jar of flowers, and the matching punch. Don't forget, if you buy them as a bundle, you get 10% off. Or you could buy the whole suite if you loved it. I really wish I'd got the whole suite, because I've ended up with practically the whole suite. So, because I've got the sunflowers, as you see me using tons. I've got this, and I bought the DSP, yeah, and the ribbon. So honestly, I wish I'd bought it, but it doesn't really matter. It's all the same. As long as when you buy your bundles, you buy your sunflower stamps and dies together, or you buy this and the punch together, you're still getting your bundle price. And if you buy the whole suite, you just get the same. It's just the same. You get your bundle price, which is lovely. So, hope you like it. I shall be back. What day is it today? Tuesday. I should be back on Thursday, and I might, haven't decided, but I think I'm going to make a shaker card using this set. So, could be a bit of fun. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Claire. I'd love to see what you've all been crafting. So do keep sending me photos and popping them in their group, which is lovely. Glad you like them. And I will see you on Thursday night. So have a great couple of days. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Speak to you later. Bye.